drowning in debt, sparking new fears on Main Street, new tremors on Wall Street, and a familiar blame game on Capitol Hill. Good evening, I'm Michael Williams.
I'm Kelly Dunn. Thank you for staying with us tonight. The so-called Congressional Super Committee is now a failure. The 12-member bipartisan panel had until this week to agree on a deal to cut $1.2 trillion from the federal budget deficit over 10 years.
Instead, more gridlock, more finger-pointing, and more people worried Congress cannot get anything done. News Channel 5's Evan Axelbank is live in Boca Raton. And Evan, you just spoke to two local members of Congress.
Yeah, Michael, Congressman Allen West and Congressman Ted Deutsch are both home for the Thanksgiving holiday, and once again it feels like we've had this discussion before with them. They're both talking about a failure of members of Congress to reach a deal. Take a look at the scene in Washington, D.C. today. Both of those members tell me that they are angry. However, only Congressman West was willing to blame members of his own party. Congressman Deutsch laid blame at the feet of House Republicans for refusing to make a deal that would have seen tax cuts expire on the richest Americans. West said it would have been unfair to single out any one group to pay more. And the Republicans said that it is fair for Americans to expect more from their congressmen and women.
Not showing ourselves to be adults that can really look at the problems that our country is facing and in a very objective manner assess those problems and come up with solutions, which is something that my 22 years in the military taught me to do. It's not about crisis action mode. It's about being able to have visionary leadership.
During the summer, the president offered a $4 trillion deal, $4 trillion in deficit reduction. Speaker Boehner walked away from that. This time, the Democrats offered $500 billion in deficit reduction, as long as there were some shared sacrifice.
And we just got a statement into News Channel 5 here from a third congressman, Republican Congressman Tom Rooney of Stewart, and he had this to say. I'm going to read it to you. He says that if we cannot reach an agreement, both our economy and our national security will suffer. Congress and the president, Rooney says, need to step up, do their jobs, and find the savings to prevent these dangerous cuts to national defense. Now, what about the president? I want to show you a live look now from the White House. This is the White House briefing room where President Obama is expected to speak to members of the media and indeed to the entire nation coming up at 5:45. And Michael and Kelly, we will have a live look into the president's remarks at 5:45 here from the press briefing room. You see members of the media getting ready there, and we will be carrying that statement from the president live at 5:45. Michael and Kelly, it'll be interesting to see whether or not he takes any questions during that statement. For now, we are live in Boca Raton. Evan Axelbank, WPTV News Channel 5.